Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the Hermitcraft server. My name is Tango of the Tech Variety, and today we're going to be working on an amazing, brand new... Yeah, who am I kidding? We all know exactly what we're working on today. I do want to apologize for the little bit of delay in videos we've had recently. I've been busy. I've been really busy with the IRL stuff, mostly me playing a lot of hockey and really enjoying it, and it's been great, and then that leads to me being very, very sore, not being able to move for a few days and being sad and all that. So, you know, it's a cyclical cycle thing. But I've also been spending a lot of time planning this area right here. This is probably one of the most, I don't want to say neglected, but oldest areas of Decked Out. I mean, how long ago? It's been like a year since we made this amazing room here, right? And then we did some of this and we were just like, man, that's a future Tango problem. Well, now I am future Tango, and today we are going to solve this room here. We have two major projects in here today. One of them, the first one, most important one, is this, right? I mean, look at this. Come on. This is not worthy of Decked Out, right? Little iron door. Bleh, it's all boring. We have to make this look a lot better. And then we got to make an interesting door today. And when I say interesting door, I mean probably the coolest door we've ever seen. It's gonna make that little like wood, that door down there to enter level 1 with the stone and the scraping. That's gonna be child's play. This door here is gonna use some crazy new 1.20 technology, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be worthy of the grand entrance to Decked Out. And then of course we need to skedoodle over here, and there's all this space over here. This right here, where today we're finally going to build the crown shop, what was previously known as the coin shop, before coins got turned into crowns and crowns. This is the currency that you take out of the dungeon. You spend it here to buy ethereal cards, little temporary power-ups, all sorts of good stuff. And of course, we've got this here in the middle. This is super important. Some of you, it's been so long, some of you may not know what this is or may have forgotten it. This is the scoreboard that shows the current standings for Decked Out. Basically, every phase, players will win a certain amount of points every block here. So that we're basically making like a bar chart, right? Every block here is going to be dedicated to one player. We're going to have like a hermit's head on each one of these. I got to go get a bunch of hermit's heads. Who's got all the hermit heads these days? Someone's got to have a bunch of hermit heads. Let me know. But the idea is after they get those points, I take some snow layers and I just stack up their column, and we have a nice little bar chart showing who is winning the game. Pretty cool stuff. So this is super important. We have to keep this nice and prominent here. I think the first step, what I want to do here is some basic building, right? This wall here, this ceiling, this wall, all needs to be extended, brought over, tied into this, brought down over here, and do some stuff. And then we're going to get into some of the fancy building over here. Okay, we did a little bit of building in a live stream here, but basically just carried the roof down, kept the same simple slope with the black stones there and everything, tied it into the scoring thing here, added a couple lights. We added some ground lighting here underneath the carpet to keep the scoreboard nice and bright. Overall, it's nothing really that great, but it's what we need to get the room moving forward. I think the ceiling is a bit dark. I wouldn't mind like some more lights hanging down up there or something. Maybe we'll get to that. But what I want to focus on now, and it's the big thing with this episode here, is this. I want to get this start going the way it needs to be here. We need a much bigger opening, first of all. So I think the first step we're going to need to do is tear down this. I think this is going to be a 3-wide entrance here. We're going to have a crazy fancy door here. This is coming out. The barrel, I think, is going to go out a little bit. Maybe I put the barrel like right here. Because I want you to, this is where you're going to put your key. And by the way, they're not going to be called keys. I don't have the artwork for it done yet, but that's okay. I think the admittance into Decked Out is going to be an item called a frozen shard, like a little ice crystal kind of thing. I think it'll be good. You know, like, oh, you need a shard. You put your frozen shard in here, right? And that is what is going to cue the door opening sequence. The reason I'm not going with key is because, and we've talked about this in streams and stuff a lot. I don't want to have keys to play the game, but then also keys in between the levels, and then people are going to be like, did you get a key? And they're going to be like, no, I'm all out of keys. And they're, well, how did you go between levels? I mean, what are you talking about? Right? It's just going to make confusion. So frozen shards are the thing we're going to go with that allows you to play the game. So yeah, all this is coming out here. We're going to make a 3-wide here. We've also done a little bit of stuff here. So I added this just today here. This is an unfortunate step, but it's pretty much necessary. You know, if someone dies in the dungeon, there's really no way to distinguish them between someone who died in the dungeon and spawned right here and someone who left the dungeon and 2 days later died and spawned here. So I have this button here that says press this only if you died inside the dungeon. Boop. That will basically turn the game off, and it will begin packing up your shulker box and send it up here for you, along with any well, I guess you didn't buy any items, but if you end the game and come back here, this right here will have your shulker box, not a piece of glass. It'll have your shulker box full of cards, and it'll also have all the new items that you purchased, any new cards, any crowns, any of that stuff. Victory tomes will all be here. So it says your deck and new items will be turned here. Be patient. So if you won your round, this stuff will already be waiting here by the time you get back here. If you died inside, it's going to take a little bit of time to pack it up and send it back here. But either way, I think this is a decent system. So let's see, we got to fix the floor here and do some building right here. And here we are. We now have an entrance that is more fitting of decked out. It's not amazing or anything, but I think it's decent. It's kind of a good looking entrance here. I think it works just fine. And we've got a little, I went with nether brick for the door here, which is weird because I don't use really nether brick anywhere else. But we got it here with a little chiseled piece in the middle here, and you come in and you put your key, which right now is a firework, and it opens the door for you and you walk right in. Now that would be sufficient. That would be sufficient right there, just like that, you know. It'd be fine. Not a single person would complain, but it's not good enough for me. Nope, nope, nope. I wanted the door to be more alive, get a little bit more flair. You guys remember the door we did that leads into level 1 with the sliding stone door with the sound effects? Something like that, but you know, even better than that, of course. So I played with a lot of ideas, and then I eventually found out that there's a new feature in the armor stand data pack that we have. You guys are familiar with this. It allows us to pose armor stands in a lot of different ways, and they've updated it for 120, and there's a new feature in here that I don't think anyone is using yet. So check this out. This is the greatest thing ever here. Watch. We're gonna go like this, standard stuff here. I'm gonna go presets. We're gonna go facepalm. Seems appropriate, right? Let me even turn on, we'll even turn on arms here, right? Okay, we got a nice face palm animation here, okay? Now I come over here and I go utilities, copy. And then the bottom center, armor stand pose and settings copied to the book, okay? So this book now, if I want, so I'll show you, like we can go like styles, or hold on a second, we can go like, 1 second, here we go, we can go like death, okay? Boom, this guy died, he fell over sideways now, okay? But now with the book, and this isn't new, this has been here, I can go utilities, paste, bam, right? And it takes the settings that were in the book, saved in there, and applies it back to the armor stand. That's all great. That's all been there before. Okay. So now watch this. We're going to go presets. We're going to go Airbnb. Great. Sounds great. He's doing a little thing here. Okay. But now this is the new stuff. And this is what just makes my mind explode with possibilities here. I can now take this and put the book. This has still got a pose copied in it. Okay. I can put this in an item frame. And if there is redstone dust in the same block as the item frame containing the book, and if you power that redstone, it automatically updates the nearest armor stand within 8 blocks and pastes the pose information in the book onto the armor stand. What? I mean, even Hot Guy is impressed. Like, it seems simple, but do you have any idea what we can do with this now? Let me show you. So back at our doorway here, what I wanted was something that was more of an experience. I didn't just want the chunk in the door opens up and you walk through. I want something more like a visual sequence with definitely some audio accompaniment that's just gonna sell the whole thing. I wanted it to be like maybe even like a 10-second little show that goes off kind of thing. And I know that all sounds ridiculous and everything, but my brain, the way it works, and I was trying to think of some things that'd be fun here. I'm looking at the door, I'm like, okay, we've got, and this is actually a little bit dark here, I probably need to light this up a little bit more, but what I was thinking is, all right, we got this outer rim here, and we got these little faces here, and then we got a face here. So in my head I was thinking, all right, you put your key in, and maybe the sequence is like these light up, boom, boom, like, so it'd be like the first 2 on the bottom light up as step 1, then the middle ones, then the third ones, then that one, and then finally that one, like in sequence. something like that, right? With sound affecting each one and being synced up with each one being lit up. And then the face in the middle lights up and just glows bright red. And then we're not done yet. The idea was, what if something covered the entire doorway, like some kind of spinning runic symbol or something like that? I don't know, you know, who knows? Something appears here and there's crazy sound effects going off and everything. And then it finally, like the big show at the end, there's a big flare of sound or something, and the door opens up behind the thing that's blocking it, and then it just disappears and the door is gone and you walk right through. I think that would be amazing. So that was a lot of babbling and stuff, but here's the idea now. You know, we did some work, we got some work done on some models and stuff. Now check this out, okay? What we can do is use this new, it's called an animation system. I don't know if you can't do like fluid animations, but you can do some pretty cool stuff here. So watch, I'm gonna do this. In this little space back here, I'm going to hide this guy and this guy right here. Does that look familiar now? Look, boom. Now we have a block that is lit up and it's all lined up great and everything. But what I can do now is I can hide this, pose adjust head, should rotate it 45 degrees. And if I do the same thing again, pose adjust head, negative 45 again, boom. Now it's hidden, okay? Completely hidden. So now if I put, let's see, we'll get this block back here, right? Now it looks normal, but all I have to do now is hook up again to the redstone. Here, we'll just throw a little temp thing here like this, and then a little book. Well, I got a copy first. Okay, so now we throw the book in there, we throw some redstone right there, we throw a button on top of this, and now with some timing, use your imagination here, right? Now when we get these all tied up in sequence into audio effects, boom, we can make the things glow. The texture is off a little bit there. I think maybe I got to play with the lighting. So I believe with some careful placing of the item frame in the books and stuff, we can actually get all of these to light up in sequence. But then we get the door here, and that presents its own little problem. So the door, we're gonna have to do a couple of little tricks here. For the door, we're gonna have to put an armor stand back like right there, okay? And then we're gonna get this guy, and you see we got the face there now. We put this guy on top, and we now have a glowing face on the wall. Obviously we can't have an armor stand here, so, but that's fine because, well, I don't have an armor, I don't have the book. Where's the book? Give me the book, hold on. With the book, we can do style, stand visible, no. Styles, I mean, if we want, we can turn gravity off, right? And now it's totally invisible, but the thing attached to it still is. So all we have to do is rotate this guy down 90 degrees into the floor to turn him off. And then we got the final piece here. I think this one goes a little bit closer. It goes right there. I'm not sure, quite honestly. This is probably going to be off-centered or something. Let me see here. Hold on. If we take this and go, if we go, 1 second, there we go. Bam. Okay, so that covers the whole thing. I think I want to see if I can get this to be spinning or something. I'm not sure, but this is kind of it hides the whole wall, so that now once that pops up, again, sound effects with all this timing and everything, once that pops up, then the actual redstone door can open up, and then this goes away again by rotating into the floor, and there's just no door there. You never even see the door open. It's just gone. And there's still one more thing I want to do here. Over in this space over here, I want to add like a little game status indicator, because Decked Out can really be in 3 states here. We've got available, which means it's ready to be played. We've got in use, which means someone's in the dungeon actively, you know, dying. And then we have the final state, which is resetting, which basically means the game's done, but there has to be a 5-minute time between when the game can be played to let all the items on the ground despawn. And I want to have these light up appropriately, so let's get them lit up here, get a little glowy on them. Perfect. So now these lights will both light up, you know, across from the sign, showing the state that the game is in. So if someone comes in here and they see like, oh, resetting, like, oh, okay, just a few more minutes, I can play in a few minutes. Or in use, it's like, oh, maybe I'll come back later because someone's actively in the dungeon. I think this is going to be really handy. Okay, after many hours of redstonification, I believe we are complete in the back here. I've been very busy. Hold on, where's the fly better? All of this redstone took me the better part of a day. Pretty much everything right here is all the logic control for controlling those 3 states: available, in use, and resetting, handling all the different cases of, you know, did they die naturally in the dungeon? Did they succeed? Are they still waiting for their shulker box? Have they opened the door or not? There's a lot of edge cases, and I wanted to make sure I got it all correct. So that's what all this is here. And then we got all this here, which is all the crazy armor stay magic, and that was tricky, getting it so that all the books are in a position where they could, you know, only affect the correct book that's in range and not have overlap and stuff. And then it goes down here and down here and here and here, and super ugly line of repeaters. Basically what we have is a ton of redstone, but unfortunately I am still waiting for some audio and some visual assets here, so I think we're gonna temporarily put this on hold, and then by the end of the episode I'll be able to show you the full thing. I don't want to show it now, it's not as good as it will be. So instead we're gonna go on a little visit. We're gonna go, you guys know we're on 120 right now, right? We're on version 1.20. Where's the number? Yeah, 1.20. And there's all the new stuff, right? And I haven't touched any of it yet. Look at this craziness over here. And I think I want to see, I think there is an armor trim shop. I think Jevon's got one. I think False might have one. I want to see who's selling armor trims, and I want to see if I can get some armor trim that matches my Dungeon Master style. First of all, I have no idea where the shop may or may not be. I'll probably have to ask. And second of all, I know nothing, and I mean nothing, about armor trims. This feels new. Where might there be an armor trim shop? Oh my. Oh my, that's a whole lot of trim. Dune, Shaper, Spire, what? Oh, these are the names of all the trims. Oh, Vex might be good. I don't know how this works. Okay, hold the phone. False has got a shop here. Or I don't even know if it's a shop. I think you're missing a template. Feel free to duplicate here. And I looked, and guess what? Boom, Vex. That is definitely the one I want. It looks like my robes, kind of. Template, I don't think she's charging anything, so I think, and if I poke around I get like a bunch of diamonds. You can duplicate these. Let me get my bits out. Okay, I think I got this now. You know, I'm super smart now. I take this and I come over here and I can duplicate it. You guys all know this, right? And it's apparently you can use like any block you want, or there's like combination, but it's costly on the diamonds. But now I get 2 of these. I hope I didn't just destroy something. And now I can take this guy and put it right back here. Boop. Didn't touch a thing. But I think False needs payment for this, right? I mean, this has got to be a shop or something. Tell me if I'm supposed to pay her. But we keep duplicating and duplicating some more. This is very expensive. Excellent, we're done. Okay, well, I probably paid way more than I needed to. Okay, we've got 5 Vex armor trims. That's enough. Let's head back home, and we're gonna make some Dungeon Master armor. I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit excited right now. This hole, I fell. All right, we're gonna whack down our smithing table right there, and now I believe the way this works. Hold on, we go skadoodle. Badoodle, and then like the thing you put in here determines the color. I want purple, of course. Bam. And then, oh, there it is. Okay, we do this. Excellent. And now we do, hold on, we do pants. We do smith. We do this. We get the fancy pants with the extra fancy, and then we do this. And then we do the booties, and then we do that, and we do this, and we do that. Okay, and now I don't think I want, where's my hat? All right, moment of truth. The Dungeon Master hood is acquired. I'm not doing any stupid helmet stuff, so we're gonna go ahead and put that on, take this off, and I think, I don't know, how does it look? Not great. If it was darker blue, that might look better. I like. That's pretty ridiculous. I don't know. It might look better with some netherite, but who's got time for that? I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it better? What should I do? What should I change? What should I use? A different trim color? What do you think? Let me know. Leave a comment. Oh, you know what they need is elytra trim. Oh, missed opportunity. Why is that not in the game? Let me trim my elytra bits to be Dungeon Mastery theme. That's what I want. Okay, we still have a lot to do today, and the next big project, while I'm waiting on some assets for the door, you gotta stay tuned, you want to see the door open later on. But in the meantime, we're gonna build the crown shop, which is a weird name, but it's the shop you go to spend your crowns that you finally got to take out of the dungeon and buy some little temporary things like, you know, some ethereal cards, some food, some little doodads, some bits. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure that out. But we got to build a shop first. Okay, we've got our start here. This is fantastic. I absolutely love this. This is kind of a hybrid or a little bit of a tweak on what we did with the Ember shop. If you guys remember that shop down there and how it worked, and it used armor stands to pop up through powdered snow to make an item available and presented. Same concept here, only we're changing a little bit to be more particular for what we want to do with the coin shop. So what we have here is a one wide tileable shop with great presentation, and it's got an interesting reset feature. That yellow line is the reset line there. Every time I turn that off and turn it back on, I can obviously first of all determine how often the shop resets, and when I do reset the shop, each individual item with this dropper hopper combo over here has its own chance of becoming available for that reset period. So for instance, if I want to make an item that's really rare, I can go over here and I can put like, you know, one sword and like 6 or 7 nonsense items in here. And that means only once every 7 resets will that item slice be available, that item be available for purchase. And contrarily, if I just put a sword in here, that means the item in this slice will be available every time I reset. So I'm thinking I'm going to reset the shop like every 2 hours or so. So we'll have a hopper clock or something set up, you know, to connect to it. And then every 2 hours, the shop will refresh. It'll get new items. Some items will always be available. There'll be randomization. It's gonna be great. So I'm not gonna go over all of this, but they put their money in the shulker there, and it'll actually buy the product. And the products will be right there. They'll spit out into below the glass there. That'll be like a water stream or something like that. And we'll loop the items up around. And I'm not sure how we'll get into them yet. Maybe it goes through the floor. Maybe it'll drop from the ceiling. We'll see. We also have a way here for this block right here to know when any purchase has been made. That'll be tileable, and I can play like some kind of little audio tune as well. Items get locked out when you purchase an item. That slice is locked out until the next reset. So basically, you can only buy you can't come over here and buy like, I'm gonna buy 10 of this item. You can only buy each item once until the reset. So this is my way of throttling what gets purchased. And of course, as you guys probably remember with the Ember shop, when a slice of this shop is available, the armor stand pops up. The armor stand will be invisible, but it will be holding the product, whether it's an item or a model or something. I don't know, it depends on what we're selling, but it'll be holding the product that they can buy. So essentially, you'll see this, you know, tiled down probably like 16 times or so. We have 16 slots here to sell, and if they see the item they want here, that means it's available, and if they want to buy it, they put their money in the thing, and there'll be a sign that says how much. You get the idea. Okay, bouncing back to the door. We're all over the place today. We're gonna go back to the door here because it is done. It is done. It is ready to show. And I also have we got new audio that is amazing. We got new artwork that is amazing, and we also have the key. The key, the frozen shard, which is the key to play decked out. Your permission pass to open this door. This is the first pass. I think, I don't know, we may change the model a little bit still to be a little bit more rough and less symmetrical or something, but either way, I absolutely love it. This is the frozen shard. I haven't named them or anything yet, but anyways, here we go. Are we ready? Custom audio, custom sounds. This might have taken a few days to get working. Here we go. Put the key in. Go. Yeah, that's it. That's the door. I love it. All right, so much to talk. This is the crazy sequence that was just in my brain. There it goes. The closes automatically. I saw all these things. Like I said, I figured why not have all these things glow in sequence, and then have this guy's face glow, and then bring in some like runic symbols around the edge. And then the best part is the door opens. The sound of all the redstone is even a little bit occluded, and then the wall just drops, and the door isn't even there anymore. I absolutely love it. Here we go. One more time, because because why not? You gotta do it again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. door opens, and then there's a little bit of time release. I may change this. There is a time delay here before the door just closes automatically. Part of me is like, well, that's the safest way, but then at the same time, I mean, someone might open the door and not go through in time, and then they wasted their key. So I may change it to be like a sensor in here that triggers it later or something. I'm not sure. All of this is finally done, minus the skull clock there that I got to replace. And then if you die in here, or if you forget to hit your respawn, you come over here, hit the bed, the door opens up, a la Manuel, and you just pop out, and everything's just fine. This guy here is actually working. I'm not going to go through all the sequences, but this took a long time to get all these correct, all the state transitions and everything. When someone leaves the dungeon, that'll all be working. We're doing good. And while we're waiting on assets for the door, the shop is done as well. Ignore this little button, this little test button here, but this is it. I may decide to change it up a little bit more, add a little bit more detail and stuff. It's kind of a simple build, but I mean, it gets the point across. It's nice and bright. I have not figured out what items I want to sell. I have a bunch of items in mind, but this is basically it. You'll have a sign that says the item, the cost, you won't see the armor stand. The item will just kind of be floating on the head of the armor stand, invisible. Like I said, armor stand will be invisible, item will be floating. Right now I have all of them set to a 1/3 chance in this little test button here that will reset the store. You can see this, it's going to be about 1/3 of them every time. A little bit more than 1/3 there. About 1/3 there. Do it one more time. Excellent. So yeah, basically every 2 hours, this store will reset. When you buy an item, it's like if I wanted to buy this item, I would put the crowns in here. Once I put the exact number in, it'll play a little purchase thing, and then the item will drop. It'll become unavailable until they get lucky enough for a reset to happen and that item to be picked. So yeah, what I just really love about this store is that I can control the reset duration and the chance per item that the item will become available during that reset period. So I can have some seriously rare stuff or stuff that's just pretty much always available. I did a quick little, just closed up the end here. It's not great. I didn't really put much effort into it. I'll probably have to do something here, but this is basically room for expansion. If I have another system or something, it would go here. And then you can see we got all the redstone for the shop down here. Again, alternating the slime blocks and the honey blocks so that you can have them go up and down independently. And then we got the interesting little, this is the 2-hour clock over here, believe it or not. We're using the trick with the armor stand on the redstone ore. This just happened right there. About every 68 seconds on average with high variance, this redstone ore will update. It'll tick an item over into the thing. It just ticked another one right there, actually. That was weird. And then when it's done, it'll reset the clock and then dump all the items back into here. You can see there's actually only 11 more to go before it resets again. So overall, some pretty huge progress here. I'm excited about the shop. What I need from you guys is, what should we sell? What should we sell here? Now, I try to think outside the box, okay? Don't list like standard food items. Don't say ender pearls. Those are things like that. I don't want ender pearls. Think of something new, something interesting. Like, for instance, a good idea would be what we did last time, where the player could buy a name tag and name a Ravager. And if that Ravager kills someone, they get a free key. I don't know if we're going to do that again, but interesting, clever ideas like that are very welcome. So leave me a comment. So with that, I think the Great Hall is done. We got the crown shop. We got our scoreboard. We've got our entrance that is amazing. We have down here where everyone can pick out their little, we don't even know what we're going to call these. Locker rooms, cells. Oh, we did a little bit of redstone here. I might have to repair this one. Whoops. But yeah, things are looking good. Lots of progress, and the end, the light is at the end of the tunnel, guys. Level 4 coming soon. So I want to thank you guys for watching and the patience while I put this little sequence together. I appreciate all the support. I will see you guys next time.